Hello, my name is Deb Z, and I'm a spiritual therapist. I spread knowledge, love, and ascension. Today I'm going to talk about the history of Earth and the universe. Our universe is around 27 trillion years old. Earth is around 7 billion years old. The founders came and terraformed Earth. They wanted Earth to be used as a place for growth and sentient beings. They wanted a chance to experiment with consciousness, to descend to the third dimensional matrix, to experience free will, and then return through the muck to a higher consciousness. The founders used a consciousness technology of light infusion, bringing down consciousness from the 11th density to a third density, infusing light into matter. 900,000 years ago, the Se'akar Alpha Draconian reptilians came to Earth. The Se'akar were the first race in our universe to develop interstellar travel 4 million years ago. They lived in the Orion system. Then a colony of Orions came to China and established there. The Capella had their base in southern Chile, and the Vegans, our ancestors, came to live in Libya. All over the world through the years, extraterrestrials were forming Earth and society. Recorded history begins with the Anunnaki, a higher dimensional being. They established rulership on Earth. The Se'akar maintained the day-to-day workings on Earth and the Moon. Their primary base is on Mars. They are a warrior race and cannot be seen by humans because of their vibrational field is way too high. The Sumerian creation story is written on clay tablets that were found in the 19th century and then translated by Zecharia Sitchin in 2001. They explain that a group of extraterrestrial beings called the Anunnaki were a race that were also genetically manipulated like us. They had different religions as well. After their third consciousness cycle, they figured it all out and they awakened. Their planet was in shambles, so they needed to find gold to save their planet and their lives. They created humanoids as well and forced them to mine the gold on Earth. They made the humans by using pieces of their own DNA, controlling our physical and mental capabilities by inactivating their more advanced DNA, keeping us inferior to them. It explains the fact that we use only 3% of our DNA. We will open up more of our DNA when we evolve and finish our ascension. Enki, the Anunnaki, with the help of the great Gaozu, saved humanity from the flood of Noah. The earth first appeared barren, without grain, sheep, or goats. People went naked, they ate grass for nourishment and drank water from ditches. Later the Anunnaki created sheep and grains and gave them to humankind for subsistence. The divine was already created, and the heavens and earth were united. Only later God the divine split them apart. Real waters did not exist until Enki created the Tigris and Euphrates and caused water to flow into them. From the mountains he also created smaller streams and watercourses. He then founded cities and established kingship and rule over foreign countries. He helped us evolve in writing, agriculture, science, mathematics, medicine, astronomy, transportation, buildings, military, and schools. The world at the time had to be well managed to avoid chaos, so they put people of authority to control the wildlife and society. All this was written on the Sumerian tablets. The Lemurians and Atlanteans are a high-dimensional level beings that came to live on Earth. Lemuria was in the Pacific Ocean, and Atlantis in the Atlantic Ocean. These two civilizations were much more advanced than we are today. The Atlantean craftsmanship is seen around the world: Stonehenge, dolmens, and geoglyphs. The Anunnaki were biologically reptilian in nature. They infiltrated the high priest of Atlantis, corrupting their way to evil. These corrupted Atlanteans called themselves the sons of Belial and wanted to teach and corrupt the current society at the time. The Lemurians did not want evil ruling the earth. The Lemurians wanted a natural evolution to occur for the planet. The Lemurians ordered the Atlanteans to leave society alone. So the Atlanteans got very angry and bombed the Lemurians with nuclear weapons. This caused a disaster with the explosions of underground gas fields. In the end, 60 million Lemurians perished, and the rest of the survivors ran to Argatha and other places in Inner Earth and built cities. The Earth became unstable, and as a result, the Earth's axes changed. The poles began to change, and the Ice Age began. The reptilians took control of Earth in secret, and our history would start to be analoged at this time. The Lemurian beings live now under Mount Shasta and the underworld cities of the Argatha, another high being network, and have been putting positive energy on the Earth all this time to protect us. It counterbalances the human warring. Without them, we wouldn't have made it till this far. There is a law of balance of light, energy. The higher beings and light workers receive the energy from the source and return it back to the divine, transmuting it into a pure form of positive light. This encompasses the planet and the multiverse in an infinite loop of protective, loving energy. When we ascend, we are covered in a light flame that glows only if we have enough levels of love and light within us. The universe emerges from a singularity and then expands to complexity and finally returns to a singularity in an endless spiral, just like taking in a breath and exhaling a breath. Plasma is what the universe is composed of. Crystalline is a type of evolved plasma with electromagnetic and self-organizing properties. It's intelligent. It's super intelligent, and it's existing naturally in the universe, and it's much more advanced than us. Our brains, like quantum computers, contain complex plasma. The universal fields in the medium of plasma influences and creates our consciousness. The universe is a high vibrational being that exists beyond the physical. It is the divine Shekhinah, loving light. It is the omniscient, omnipotent, and omnipresent, and an ever-flowing stream of love and energy. The universe is always responding to the energy we send out and bringing us people, situations, and many experiences to match our frequencies. When we send out a high vibrational frequency in the positive, we then receive it back with positive outcomes. There are many names for the universe: God, the divine, the source, but it doesn't matter what we call it and how we connect to it. It is love. The conscious holographic universe, always infinite and unbounded. Everything in the universe is fifth-dimensional, including Earth. Unfortunately, there is a superimposed hologram matrix system over our Earth, keeping it at a third-dimensional level. In our basic senses, we can only see the hologram unless we ascend. The third-dimensional grid was put on top of the Earth to contain the reptilian forces. This way they could not harm other parts of the universe. The Federation did this 12,000 years ago. The matrix reads our feelings and our emotions and will project that, what you need and want, in a controlling and manipulating way. The whole universe is made up of perpetual agreements, a bigger matrix. We make up the universe and matrix from our point of view. We perceive this matrix under the same agreement. We are all connected, so we basically share the same consciousness. We are not separate from each other. We are one energy source divided into different looking avatars. If we change our beliefs, we change our reality by staying balanced and connected to the source. Remember, we are never alone. Be well and be blessed.